My ex-husband took everything in our divorce, including my grandmother's recipes, but now wants me to cater his wedding for free. When Brian left me for his 23-year-old assistant, he didn't just take half of everything. He took it all. The house my parents helped us buy, the car I'd been paying off, even my grandmother's handwritten recipe collection, which she gave me before she died. His lawyer was his college roommate, and I couldn't afford anyone decent. The judge believed every lie, that I was unstable, that I'd been neglecting our home, that the recipes were actually from his side of the family. I moved back with my sister with nothing but 2 suitcases. I was 34 and starting over from zero, but losing those recipes hurt more than losing the house. I could remake them from memory, but it wasn't the same as seeing her handwriting, her little notes in the margins about adding extra butter when it rained. For 6 months, I worked double shifts at a diner and catered on weekends. Every dollar went to rebuilding. I started small, just birthday parties and office lunches. Within a year, I had regular clients. Within 2 years, I opened my own place. Nothing fancy, just a small bakery and lunch spot downtown. I named it Babsia's after my grandmother. The food was all her recipes, made exactly how she taught me. Word spread fast. The local paper did a feature. Food bloggers started showing up. Last month, we got nominated for Best New Restaurant in the state. I hired 4 employees, and we still can't keep up with orders. Brian never contacted me once after the divorce was final. Not when his dad died and I wasn't allowed at the funeral, even though I'd taken care of him through cancer. Not when our old dog had to be put down. Nothing for 3 years. Then yesterday, Brian walked into my restaurant at closing time. He looked older, tired, his hair thinning. Behind him was a young woman, maybe 25, definitely not the assistant he left me for. She was pretty in that way that requires a lot of money. Professional highlights, perfect nails, designer bag. They sat down like regular customers. I walked over because my staff had already left. Brian smiled like we were old friends, like he hadn't destroyed my entire life. He introduced Ashley as his fiancée, said they'd heard amazing things about my place. Then he got to the real reason. They were getting married in 2 months. They needed a caterer. They'd tried everyone else, but no one could do traditional Polish food like what Ashley had fallen in love with at some dinner party. Turns out Brian had been serving my grandmother's food at dinner parties for 3 years, telling everyone the recipes were from his Polish great aunt. Ashley grew up in Krakow and knew the food was authentic. She insisted on having it at their wedding. 200 guests, full dinner service. And here's where it gets worse. Brian actually said I should do it for free, as a wedding gift, to show there were no hard feelings. That success like mine meant I could afford to be generous, that my grandmother would want her recipes bringing people together. Ashley sat there nodding, completely unaware of the irony. She actually said she'd love to learn some of the family recipes after they were married, that Brian had promised to teach her, but he kept saying the measurements were all in his head. I stood there for a full minute just staring at them. Brian started talking about the menu he wanted. Pierogi 3 ways, borscht for the first course, honey cake for dessert, everything grandma taught me, everything he stole. Ashley pulled out her phone to show me inspiration photos from Polish weddings. She'd already picked out serving platters that would match her theme. I walked to the kitchen and came back with a manila folder. Inside were photocopies of every single legal document from our divorce, including the part where Brian swore under oath that the recipes were his family heirlooms, including the transcript where he said I'd never cooked a meal in my life. I said it in front of Ashley. Brian's face went white. Ashley started reading, her expression changing from confusion to horror. She looked at Brian, then at me, then back at the papers. She asked if this was real. I told her everything, the affairs before her, the hidden bank accounts I discovered too late, the way he'd convinced the judge I was mentally unstable. Brian tried to grab the papers, but Ashley was already standing up, already walking out, already crying. He followed her, begging her to wait, to let him explain. They never made it to their wedding.